Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalda Grim here and welcome to a new series on this channel. In this series I'm going to present to you the themes that I'm using on my secondary account. My secondary account has been made about 54 days ago, up to the date of recording this video, and I have had a very bad luck regarding chests, and because of that all the characters that I have on it are going to be farmable by campaign, by league store, by arena store, or available in the arena seasons. So one way or another, anybody that is going to watch this video will be able to access all the characters that I have. So, because of that, I have decided to make a series where I detail the teams I use when farming up in the arena, since I found out that many of you guys have trouble with reaching Elite 4 and really struggle with team building. I have also made a team building guide that I will link in the description, but for now I will also show you exactly the teams I am using, explain each character and what he does, and after that explain how to play them together, what synergies they have and what special combos they have if they have any. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel in order to not miss future videos and also support me. We are very close to 1000 subscribers and I would really like to reach that threshold in order to make YouTube community posts and interact with you guys better. Also, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the team that we're going to talk about today, as you can see them on the screen in the background, is going to be a team composed of 2 Batmans and a Green Lantern. More specifically, the original Silver Batman, the Predator Batman, and the Emerald Green Lantern. First of all, we are going to take a look at each character in particular, tell you why I'm using them in this specific team and in this specific combination, and then where I got them from and how you should use them together and maybe invest your resources into them. At the same time, keep in mind that this is not going to be like the best arena team in the world, but I find it a pretty efficient arena team for the characters that I do have and for the characters that you have access to as a beginner. The first character that we're going to take a look at is going to be Silver Batman. And you get this character when you start the game. You don't have to unlock him from anywhere and he will be available to play since you start the game, and he will be the character you do the tutorial with. After you have unlocked him by just installing the game, you will be able to farm shards for him very early in the campaign, and he's one of the best beginner characters and one of the best silver characters. Specifically because of his special 2 and also a little bit because of his passive. First of all, let's talk about his passive. His passive is going to increase the critical attack chance for you and your teammates. So by doing this, you will be able to make your team deal more critical attack strikes, and this is especially useful in the early game, since in the early game you will not have the resources to fully build your characters and you will not be overlapping into much critical chance, so an additional critical chance is always welcome, and this will interact well with Emerald Green Lantern's passive, and we will discuss about that later. Also, another thing that you should note about this character is that you should most definitely upgrade his special 2 only for starters. Later in the game you can upgrade also his special 3 and maybe use him in raids, even though he's not that amazing, but for now only upgrade his special 2 and only use his special 2, that is everything you need, and of course his passive. And in terms of gears, right now I have him at level 20 gears, and I think this is going to be good enough for like the first 2 months of playing the game in order to beat decent arena teams and get decent points with him. And as you may have seen in the video in the background, this character is going to perform amazingly for you because of the fact that he's got a stun on his second special, and from that stun that is pretty long he can chain an infinite combo as long as he's got enough energy to do so. But we will get further into that later into the game. The only downside of this character is that his efficiency is kind of dependent on the stun landing. If you're going to hide a character that is going to have stun resistance, then you will have a harder time. The second character that we're going to be taking a look at is going to be Predator Batman. And Predator Batman is going to be available in the Arena shop and is one of the first characters that you should unlock. I have a guide on what to get from the arena shop that I will also link down in the description, if I don't forget, of course. So this character is going to be very good because first of all his passive is going to deal a percentage damage upon the enemy each time he tags into the battle, and that might not seem much, but during an entire battle that damage will stack up. And then his special one is going to be armor piercing, but in the early game most characters don't have that much armor, so we're not going to be focusing on that. Except his passive and his special one, his special 2 and special 3 are exactly like Silver Batman's, and that is why in particular with the special 2 similarities we are going to be able to efficiently use both of them as a team. I will talk about more when we talk about their combos and their synergies, but for now he's basically like from some ways a better version of Silver Batman. Same as with Silver Batman, right now I got his gears, all of them are level 20, and I have left them there for a while, and they're performing pretty well for me for now. And I've also have the All Blades on him, but is only a level 1 All Blades and is not doing that much of a difference. So if you haven't gotten lucky as me and gotten the All Blades when you started the game, any artifact can do, and you can do amazingly with no artifact, is not going to make that huge of a difference. And the last character that we're going to take a look at regarding this team is going to be Emerald Green Lantern. Emerald Green Lantern is a character that yet again you can access very early in the campaign, and you can farm in the chapter 3 heroic if I'm not mistaken, maybe chapter 4, but I certainly think chapter 3, I didn't check this, most likely chapter 3, and you can farm him very early and get shards for him and unlock him at a very early level. He also drops from raids and you might get lucky and get him from there as well. This character, his first ability you are not going to really use, his third ability yet again you are not going to really use, his second ability is the bread and butter of this character, because from level 1 of this ability it will grant him minus 60% of incoming damage during a period of time, and this is going to be amazing, and he's going to make him outperform his threat by a lot, and he can be used as a tank for this team, but because I like, actually only because of the fact that I like the Batmans more, I'm keeping him in the background more or less as a support when I'm playing this team, because of his amazing passive that synchronizes extremely well with this team. As we will talk about the synergies later into the game, actually we are getting now into the synergies. After we talk about the synergies we will get into the combos, and then we will talk it more in depth. But when you tag in, you have a chance to get one of the few buffs that Emerald Green Lantern is going to provide. You can get stuns on basic attacks for a while, which is not that useful. You can get some bars of power, which is extremely useful and is going to synergize extremely well with this team, and at the same time you can get critical attack damage on tagging, and because of the fact that Silver Batman is going to give you critical attack chance, by also receiving critical attack damage you are going to deal much more damage than you should do with these characters normally, and you will be able to take much tankier targets and hit way above your threat. So those were basically the characters that we are going to use in this team. As you have seen, all of them are very easy to get and very accessible, and you are most likely to have them already in your roster. Right now we're going to get into a strict gameplay guide, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do an infinite combo with Batman and how to do an infinite combo while tagging in and out 2 Batmans at the same time. It's gonna be lots of fun. This is the first fight that we're going to take a look at, and I'm going to slow it down in order to explain a little bit better. Right here I am just tagging in and out characters at the beginning of the fight in order to store up some energy, and this is what you should do with almost any team. When the fight begins, you should tag in and out characters as often as possible in order to stack up a little bit of energy, especially at the earlier levels. Right here I successfully tagged in onto King Altan's Aquaman, I stun him, then I swipe right. do a normal basic combo with 3 taps in the swipe, and then stay near him and begin another combo because the stun is long enough and allows me to do that. And after I do another full normal combo, I do another special too. Right here, the stun failed, and what do? I simply stay back and block when I see the stun failed. Right here I tag the other Batman. I see that I don't have enough energy for my stun. I just block. And over here I tag in the other Batman. Back in there. Use the stun. He's going to be stunned. Swipe towards him. Do 3 taps and 1 swipe. And right now do another 3 taps and 1 swipe. And another 3 taps and 1 swipe, and he's going to be dead. I managed to get King of the Tanks Aquaman hit before he managed to use his special move, and he has wasted all his energy in order to revive himself. Right here I tag the Lantern in order to store up a little bit more energy because I want to finish this King of the Tanks Aquaman hopefully in one full combo. Next time I tag in a Batman. Right here I tag in the Batman yet again and use my second special again. Did pretty decent damage over there. Swipe towards him, hit him 3 times, then swipe right, stay over there and begin the combo again. 3 hits, 1 swipe, 3 hits, 1 swipe, and then yet another special too. Over here I'm not going to use any special on Multiverse the Flash except the super move, because his passive is going to be able to make my abilities not work and also damage me. A very important thing is to know your opponent. Right here, actually I couldn't be in trouble because I'm winning the match by a large margin, but it's not optimal to play into my opponent's strength, so I'm not going to use any ability other than the super move, and he's dead. Okay, let's see if we can find another fight to look at. Okay, so as you can see in this fight we are up against characters that don't have anything in particular that can be dangerous to us. We only have to be careful to not kill the Joker when an important character is in the fight, so he doesn't get stunned by the Joker. Other than that, we have nothing to worry about in regards of this team. As I said, it's the beginning of the fight and I'm just building up combo. Over there I went to block, not to do a ranged attack, and I screwed up a little bit, but there's no problem. I'm going to go back in, start the combo, and then tag in a Batman. This is going to connect pretty well. And then I'm going to use a stun. Even though I'm going to kill this Joker and get stunned, I was hoping that he would get stunned as well by the stun bomb that is left on the ground, but for some reason that disappeared. But he's going to leave and I'm going to tag him out, tagging in the Silver Batman, and I'm going to use the second ability. I'm going to fail the stun and try my luck with the swipe right attack, but no problem, I connect another basic combo. Put another bomb on the ground. He's yet again not stunned, and he tags in his Harley. I again managed to close in the gap. And right here I'm going to tag in the Green Lantern. Keep in mind, Green Lantern is not an important character for this team in terms of him surviving actually. The 2 Batmans are important, so whenever you are in a dire situation and you need energy, be more than willing to sacrifice him. Right here I lost my Predator Batman due to an unfortunate tag-in, but I'm going to use my Batman in order to try to kill them both. Is going to swipe towards me, and right here when he's in there he's most vulnerable. I'm going to use my second special. She resisted the stun again, but I connect another combo. I try again for a stun, and this time it is going to succeed, and my job over here is going to be done. Well, not right now. Like I said, just continue attacking as I finish a normal combo because the stun will permit. Well, this was all for this video. I hope it was informative enough to you, and I hope you will be able to use this team as a decent performance. And yes, I know this video that is playing right now in the background was also an intro of a previous video today, but I don't have any other footage recorded with this team, and I'm not going to record another one right now. I don't even have my arena pips refreshed, so you have to deal with it. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and let me know if you want to see more of series like this, and if you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down in the comments, and I would really appreciate if you would support me by leaving a subscribe and a like to the video. This was all for this one. Leave any comments that you might have down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.